Alright, might as well stop stalling and get this underway. So I'm back to Xenonauts 1. After that after that 14-hour stream of Actraiser 2, I was pretty drained, so I didn't stream yesterday. But we're back now. Decoy, no, everything is definitely not okay. You're right, I should be playing some god-awful game. Ah, God. Cheers, Lizard. Actraiser. Despite everything I was saying during the stream, I am happy I played it, especially on hard mode. I feel like if I played it on normal, I would have beat that thing in like probably 4 to 5 hours. Oh, Boshi, no. Nick played Boshi for his mod game, and I think that's all the Boshi this community's ever gonna get. Alright, but okay, let's get this underway. So you may notice that the aliens seem to have hacked into the sun and turned it off. So the Earth is now under a perpetual darkness, or as some might say, the long dark. But yes, I managed to mod the game to where daytime does not exist anymore. It is permanently night. And I did some very basic testing, and it seems to always give night missions. So yes, I will not have to make a safety save in order to ensure a night mission anymore. Everything will just be a night mission, as the game should be played. Okay, I need to rename some people. Unfortunately, the main team is filled, but we should be upgrading our dropship sometime soon in this run. Wizard 71, then Rusty. You don't want your underscores, Rusty. I feel like it gives your name some individuality. Oh yeah, you forgot about the anime girls? Yes. When you sign up for my Xenonaut soldiers, you are forced into becoming an anime girl. And yes, Vidox, my time was so close to Yagamoth himself. I was so close to beating his time, but I choked on Tanzero. Decoy, a very appropriately named name. Okay, yes, time to get this underway. I forgot what I was doing. But when in doubt, it was probably making more foxtrots. Just never have enough foxtrots. So, I was watching my VOD, my first VOD of this campaign, and I noticed I kept referencing my other campaigns, acting as if anybody even watched those things or even know what the challenges were for those campaigns. But I have streamed 2 campaigns before. One was Insane Ballistics only to match the Jake and Baron stream. And then I did another campaign after that because I felt like it was just too easy. You know, Insane Ballistics is not that difficult. So I did another campaign on Insane with the additional stipulations of Ballistics only, Privates only, Night missions only, no armor, no explosives, no vehicles. I enabled permadeath on all my aircraft, and I was limited to 1 radar per base. And that one was quite a doozy. And if for some reason you want to watch the VODs, I believe if you scroll down, I have a link to my YouTube page. And I did take the time to sort them out into appropriate playlists. So Melee only has been brought up before, and I have thought about it, but they just don't really work. Because closing the gap against the later aliens is basically impossible without suppression. So you just don't have enough men to throw at the aliens. Right, give me more freaking foxtrots. I will need to build up this space once it's done though. How much for radar? 250,000. Okay, I will build one more foxtrot. Unfortunately, without any difference in the lighting on the world map, it's really hard to tell the passage of time. I tried to put a single pixel line's worth of white, but it didn't seem to work out, so I just left it like this. So if you want to notice how fast time is going, you just kind of have to check up here or the time on the top left. Even with smokes, yes, because civilians don't care about smokes. And, well, smoke only works when you're far away, but once you close the distance, point blank shots still are guaranteed hits. So a melee only run isn't exactly viable. I mean, I could also let myself use flashbangs for suppression, but at the same time, you can't suppress an Andron. And when it comes to fisticuffs, I'm pretty sure the Reaper's always gonna win that fight. So you're just gonna die to Reapers or Androns. I did try a pistol plus shield only run, which basically is closest to a melee only run because you have to close the distance on them. But I kinda gave up on that campaign. I didn't enjoy playing it. The playstyle of always forcing yourself up in the alien's face it wasn't fun to play. A non-lethal run? The problem with non-lethal runs is the early game, you don't start with the ability to knock out aliens in a reliable manner. Flashbangs do provide a very small amount of suppression damage, but in order to knock out a civilian with a flashbang, I think you need to throw over 10 flashbangs at a single civilian. So it's not really feasible. Okay, that is really loud. So for some reason, when you're on a night mission, the game automatically increases the volume of the background music, which is really annoying, and which is why the normal night mission music is super freaking loud despite your settings. Yes, beat sticks, I believe, do not deal real HP damage. They only do suppression damage. Or EMP damage technically is. Which is why, but you don't start with them. I believe you have to either kill or capture an alien to even start the research to get beat sticks. So. Oh, the M key. That does do actual melee damage. Remind me at the end of the mission and I'll whack one of my own soldiers. I do it right now, but I may need that small sliver of HP. Actually, oh, dang it. I was gonna say, might as well whack Rusty while I'm here, but I didn't put him on this mission. So. But yeah, normally you don't use the N key for anything other than breaking windows. Right, so I don't see anything there, which is always a problem. You always want to figure out what alien type you're up against as soon as possible. But unfortunately, that's not happening here. Always check your corners. Of course, this smoke wall will be completely useless if I'm against civilians. Good thing about riflemen is their equipment isn't heavy, so they can always bring a ton of grenades. So I don't feel bad about throwing this many smokes. I just really need to figure out what alien type I'm up against. Seasons. I had a feeling it'd be seasons, since I didn't get shot at yet. Oh, that's suppressed. Pretty good. Yes. Filling the clean, crisp night air with some lovely smoke. Drop your gun so you can throw this smoke. Actually, where do I want it? So I know for a fact that this alien right here ran to this exact tile. Or here. One of these two tiles, but I would bet money he's right here. So I can just throw a flashbang over there. Wow! A good thing I'm not a betting man, because I would have lost money right there. That's surprising. Must have run a lot further away then. Oh, there he is. That should still hit. Okay. There should be one right here. Indeed. I wonder what you're hmming about. Yes, if you're wondering where the portrait mod I have and the amazing voice mod I'm using comes from, I made those myself. I obviously didn't make the portraits or the voices, but I cobbled them together into a mod. They're on Steam Workshop if for some reason you want to check them out. Death can't come soon enough. Well, unfortunately, Lizard, you signed up before realizing what you were getting into, so... Haha! Yes, the portraits were in my previous campaign. But the voices were an addition I thought was necessary. Nobody has the TUs throw smoke. That would be... Ouch! Oh! Oh, Boomer, you almost kicked the bucket. They're basically all from Arc Knights. I did use a few from Girls Frontline and Aether Gazer, but you probably won't see them. Yeah, remember, HP is a completely useless stat on Insane. I do need to heal Boomer though, this turn. There is still a season right here. I need to get a flare and a smoke here and heal Voomer, so I'm probably not going to be doing much shooting. Cause I would like to take the shot with Goka, but I really need a smoke down. Because if Goka doesn't kill, I guess Taiko can run over and throw a smoke. Excellent shooting, Goka. Absolutely excellent. Okay, Voomer lives to see another turn. Maybe. Throw another flashbang, please. Too far. Wait. How does Jake have frag grenades? I don't think I changed his loadout. Evening Kriegi. Oh god. I do need a flashbang over there. This is not good. I think I'll just smoke instead. But Baron might be dead here. It's going pretty good. The campaign is still in its early stages, so you won't really see much pain, since it's basically still just a vanilla campaign with only rifles. That season moved, but where? This is blocked off, so they can't flank me. Oh, Krieg, I've played a lot of Xenonauts before. I dare say I am probably the #1 Xenonauts streamer, in terms of skill at least. Could somebody please throw a proper flashbang? Boy. How much to throw? Smoke grenade. A bit too much. But it's good enough. Yes, the campaigns I've done, I don't think anybody would ever want to play the game under those kind of stipulations. It was a lot of pain. There he is. This better kill. This is a pathway which is a bit dangerous. Ballistics only wasn't that. I thought Ballistics only would have been a lot worse after watching Jake and Baron do their co-op stream, but it wasn't that hard. Like, machine guns still output very good damage. And since Community Edition allows you to guarantee point blank shots, you can't just run up to things and gun them down. Yeah, try doing it, Baron. That is definitely a massive nerf, and quite possibly the hardest stipulation to play with. Sorry, Baron. Well, I mean, if anybody wants to do a co-op run, I would not be opposed to it. It would be a good way. It would be a good nerf. Freaking Baron. Those dang weak Canadian wrists. It is a crutch, JG Nitro. It definitely benefits the player a lot more than the enemies, but the enemies do also point blank you, so slightly double-edged sword, but definitely in favor of the player. It is true the AI won't exactly run up to you in order to point blank you, but I've seen plenty of people, you know, sit around the corner right next to an alien without noticing it and then get point blanked. And since they weren't playing on Community Edition, the aliens missed! It is definitely a significant balance change, though, that people will definitely either not like or like. Right, where do I think the ship's definitely in this corner. This is a long map. What the heck? For just a scout? Ugh, these freaking forest maps. Voom are so freaking swole. Can throw these flares so far. know, this is something I noticed a lot of other people didn't do. They don't they don't spam smokes. But please, for the love of God, use your smoke grenades. That landed right in your face. Boomer, keep an eye on the back. Smokes are annoying? What do you mean? They're the only thing that keeps you alive. Yeah, I really don't like charging through on this road, so I think I'm gonna move everybody through this tiny path and be a bit more north. Alright, Baron, stick a leg in there. I'm just gonna hope there's nothing up here. Even though that's a terrible practice. What's your strength? Garbage. What's yours? Eh. Maybe I'm lucky and I already killed everything outside the ship, but never makes such assumptions like that. It's all in my head. I've just been fighting aliens inside my head. You know what, Meridian? Drop some smokes for Tycho. I did kill 3 aliens, right? One here, and one there. Okay. I fully expect there to be at least one more alien outside the ship. Probably down here. And there may be one hanging outside the door. Oh, yep. Hanging right outside the door. That was a close one, Boomer. Unfortunately, can't get line of sight on it. If only that was a machine gun that would have suppressed whatever was there. We don't have such fancy technology in my kind of campaigns. I don't think it ran back in. The door should have showed open. Even through the fog of war. Oh, Baron, your throwing arm is so bad. Maybe it did go back in. God, night missions, your vision is just so terrible. You really had to play really slow. Because normally, I'd be able to see about this far. But no, I can only see this far. Oh yeah, the door opened there, so. Could just be somebody standing right here. Or they could have ran back in. It's really hard to tell with this little shed in the way. What? Nothing behind the shed. That is good to know. Yeah, it's really nice having infinite flares, which is a really good thing. Welcome, Meridian. Let's see. I'm gonna try and bait the aliens to come outside, and then I reaction fire them to death. Because luckily, they don't have grenades just yet. Oh no! I was hoping he wouldn't be able to shoot me from that angle, but yes, they can. But you know, just once again proving my point that HP is a completely useless stat. Might as well not have any. Actually, I should be... it's all blocked. Okay, somebody needs to heal Proto. Why are there so many buildings right out the freaking door? It makes it so hard to breach. So So I have 4 aliens accounted for, 1 in the bridge, total of 5. There should be 5 more possible. Of course, they could have all died in the crash, but that seems unlikely. So there's probably 3 in here, 1 in here, 1 died in the crash. Fewest aliens I've ever had on a mission? That's a good question. Maybe 2 on a light scout? I've never had 0, or I've never had 0 alive. And I don't think I've ever had only 1 alive? I can't breach the UFO without clearing this building, which kind of necessitates taking a long way around. Or I can just stop caring about the lives of my soldiers and say, you know what, I've already done a private only run. I don't need these stats. 0 is possible. I did edit the game config to I think 99% chance on death on impact, and it did give me 0 aliens. This is not a good setup. Because I can't shoot this tile, but the alien definitely can. You know what? Screw it. Just be bold. Just assume there's nothing in the house. If there was something in there, they would have shot me by now. You know, Lizard, you mentioned you played the game before, but any interest in playing it again? Of course, I don't expect you to play with my kind of silly challenges. But I do enjoy watching other people play this game, regardless of the difficulty, as long as you don't save scum. But unfortunately, I think Andy was the last person to ever stream this game into the community, and he did not finish a campaign either. Yeah, Lizard, like that ActRaiser 2 stream, right? And I don't think I ever will play Xenonauts 2, even with a community edition patch. I just don't like it. It feels too much like a. It feels too much like new XCOM and X Division had an abomination for a baby. And that's what Xenonauts 2 is. Feels like the devs just took way too much from new XCOM and X Division. Just gonna shoot the door down. The new XCOM inspiration might not be the most noticeable thing, but that's how I felt like the game was headed. It feels more like X Division inspired, with some new XCOM themes. And we all know my opinion on X Division. Yeah, in X2, aren't the seasons named sectons? Which is, you know, strangely close to sectoids from new XCOM. Alright, how do I deal with you without getting shot? Oh, Lizard, you are lucky. Do never play X Division if you value your time and life. Xenonauts 2 is definitely a good upgrade to Xenonauts 1. If you prefer the new XCOM format-ish. Alright, excellent throw, Goka. But maybe not so excellent shooting. Never mind. With the last bullet in your magazine. Oops. I thought I had somebody with TUs left to throw a smoke grenade, and I just realized I didn't actually kill that season. This is a problem. Because the person in the bridge is gonna shoot me. So will that season. I may end up losing 2 people here. Ho ho! Lucked out. But there are 2 people. 2 seasons right here. I guess it is all just personal preference. I just really don't like Xenonauts 2. Could somebody please hit that thing? There we go. Took an aimed shot there because I'm pretty sure I hit that season earlier a few times. So it was just 1 HP from dying. It's possible, JJ, that they started off with some really good ideas, and then as development dragged on, and people started asking for when's 1.0 a bit too much. Maybe they rushed development, or maybe people didn't like the timed missions and they got too much feedback about that and they pulled back. But it is nice having different mission types, you know, instead of always just doing a UFO breach. Definitely adds a lot of variety and replayability. Alright, new plan, we're shooting that door down. We shall attempt to shoot that door down. Oh, there it goes. Funny, I thought I'd be able to see the door from here. Something broke. Ugh. Oh. Thank you. Huh. Guess the door didn't go down. Oh, they limit how many UFOs you can do in X2. It definitely does feel like a drag, since it feels like you're compelled to do every ground mission because you get better rewards than airstriking. However, technically, you really don't have to. Only 2 per UFO type? And you have to pay to do more? It sounds reasonable. Like, if you play X Division, ground missions are basically mandatory. Every UFO you airstrike or do not shoot down from the air game, you are actively gimping yourself. So X Division is definitely a freaking drag to play. I don't know, Jake, but I guarantee you, that it was definitely not me. I'm pretty sure I've always stated that I hate explosion. Okay, the alien's still right there, though. Captures? Good question. I don't really care about captures. If you're asking how I'm gonna capture anything with rifles only, I said I'll allow myself stun batons and EMP grenades. So I'm probably gonna use one of those on a Praetor. Did he run away? Yes. Yeah, I do know you can capture with flashbangs, but it just takes so many, and you really don't need to capture an alien at the start of the game. I normally just capture a Praetor and call it there. If I can just end the turn without getting shot, this should be easy to finish. Okay, I should just have to spam end turn here, and maybe he'll come out to play. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to get in there. Why you? Well, you're the first person I picked. Come on, JJ, you've already tasted death once before. Surely you won't mind dying again for the cause. I mean, just look at all these people who are still hanging on to their first lives. Well, unfortunately, with me around, he's being forced to care about humanity. You see, if I just had a shield, I would not have to spend this much effort trying to get into the stupid command room. However, if I stand here, the moment I open this door, I will get reaction fired. Which means somebody's gonna die, because that season in there is a guard, not a non-combatant. So he has a plasma rifle, and those things can burst. All right, I'll at least give you a fighting chance, JJ. Throw smoke in there, and in you go. Don't worry, Goku will be right behind you. Didn't get reaction fired? Rifles do have a bonus to reaction modifier. There goes Goku again. Maybe I should have had more people at the ready for this. Uh-oh. This just went south because I messed that up pretty bad. Yeah, I messed that up really bad. Well, technically, JJ fumbled his flashbang. Oh. Oh, hey, Goku came back! He's like, I'm so freaking sick and tired of dying non-stop in everybody's campaigns. Please let me live just once. Yeah, look at that, JJ. You did it all for these medals. They gave you exactly one bravery each. So freaking useless. Just gonna airstrike it. I don't like industrial maps. Give me desert, give me tundra, give me Arctic. Freaking industrial maps. Alright, and then how many foxtrots do I have? Okay, so I'll have a condor here, 2 foxtrot, 1 condor, 2 foxtrots in every base, which is the absolute minimum you need for once corvettes start showing up. Alenium explosives to get alenium torpedoes for my foxtrots. And unfortunately, I do have to do these manually because that 96% chance to not win, it's not something I want to risk. Oh, and I forgot to mention, in my first stream, I said I lowered the amount of funding damage UFOs do. I did revert that change back to normal insane modifiers. Since I said that that's basically just for the first month. To reduce the amount of bad RNG you can get. Your radar's not ready yet, but I'll move the planes anyways. That was the wrong base. I really should be taking every single scout mission I come across, but my next mission will probably be a Corvette. Speaking of... What's your fuel level? Still good. I sent a Condor? Oops. That's fine though. Alright, I'll take this Corvette. Unsurprisingly, Golka is not healed up yet. You know what? Lizard said he couldn't wait to die, so we'll put him in. So... Corvettes are the first UFO where aliens show up with their supporting alien races. So there can be Reapers on this mission. Oh, I didn't change your role. That's why. So if I'm unlucky, we may run into Reapers here. Or if I'm even more unlucky, I'll find Androns here. I don't think I have any cat girls. Not the worst mission. By the way, let me know if the audio balancing is off. I did crank up the game volume quite a bit. Because last stream, my game audio was so freaking low. So I just cranked it up a lot. Okay, sounds good. Very good, very good. Nice. Hello, Roomba. That doesn't tell me what alien we're fighting against, though. There are 2 Roombas. And I have basically 0 cover. Where is Voomer? I need Voomer's amazing throwing arm here to get a flare as far as possible. Throw it in the house again. Androns, that's not good. I basically do no damage to Androns. Oh, thank you, Lizard, for that amazing throw. You can always melee them? Yeah, about that. What heavy weapon spam from 2 tiles? Even if I point blank these things with the rifle, I basically do no real damage. I would need at least 2 bursts if I'm lucky against these green Androns. Forgot the rifle stipulation. What do you think my soldiers all had? Right, and all this leftover smoke is actually hindering me from actually getting good shots. That Roomba was somewhere over there too. Don't get reaction fired for this, Baron. New plan, we force the Andron to come closer. That is not closer. Oh boy. This is starting to look really bad. I just have... Oh my god. I just have no freaking cover anywhere. Does Tycho know what's up? He didn't run inside the chopper. Luckily, androns at the very least do not heal per turn like civilians. Gonna fall back just slightly. Oh, there it goes. Oh no, Baron! Oh, Baron, not again. That was such a long distance shot, threw so much smoke, and Baron still gets hit 3 times. And he only had 46 HP. And I still can't see that freaking Roomba. Typical. Those freaking delicate Canadian bones. Couldn't handle it. So this andron in the house, maybe I just ignore it. Magnetic bones that attract bullets. Just... Those freaking Roombas are just so deadly. And there's 2 of them out on the map. Normally this position I'm in would not exist if I had machine guns. I would be able to just instantly kill everything and be done with it. Well, unfortunately, rifles are not capable of such things. You know, Lizard, you're a private, but dang, you have some good TUs. Oh, that's where the other Roomba is. But yes, okay, my plan did work. I was trying to bait the Roomba to get a bit closer. So in this game, the enemy AI, or I think just AI in general, will not shoot if their hit percent chance is below a certain number. And since smoke reduces that hit chance a lot, some AI will try to get much closer in order to shoot you instead of taking shots or nothing. So if you just put distance with smoke in between your enemy, they might try to move closer into a really bad position like this. And then hopefully you can kill them. There we go. Ah, JG, that was just barely a scratch. But yes, I do need some smokes. That's not a good thing. Proto is exposed. That just barely works. I don't remember what angle I got shot from by the Roomba, but I feel like it was somewhere here. Of course, could have moved anywhere by now. Oh, no. Oh god, this map is just awful. I may have a lot of smokes, but I'm not made out of smokes. I will run out eventually. Oh god. If you have spare to use, you might as well throw a flare. Whoa! How did that andron sneak up on me like that? Goodbye, Tycho. Did not expect that, but I probably should have. Too much smoke in the way. Somebody might die for that horrible smoke throw. You do, Meridian. I wonder why. Ah, right. Well, I guess the Andron's coming back home with us. How much to burst? You can do that. Okay, still got a problem. I don't know where that Roomba went. And I don't know if this Andron was the one from the house. It probably was, because it was already aggroed onto me. So it tried to keep chasing me. Maybe I avoid this corner where the Roomba is? Unfortunately, Rusty, the aliens outnumbered me. So doing 1-to-1 trades is... well, I'm not gonna win that kind of battle. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure the Corvette's right here. So... going from this angle would be a lot better, because I can go... I have clear line of sight on the door, compared to going from the side. But unfortunately, from this shadow, there's a building here. And I probably have a good idea of what kind of building it is. Crashed is up to RNG how many there are. However, Corvettes do have more, provided none died crash. Because even regular scout UFOs have 10. Although the crash kill on chance probably means you won't fight 10. But yeah, even starting from scouts you get outnumbered. Oh god, there's another building? Maybe I threw that smoke a bit too far. And that's why we smoke. could attempt a small tactical retreat in order to bait the Roomba forward. I think that's what I'll try. Ah, God, if I could just throw some proper freaking smokes. So I'm gonna attempt some AI manipulation here. I'm not gonna have vision here. That's kind of screwed up because Zoomer can see here. But what I was planning on doing, if I didn't have tiles that I could see here, the Roomba might want to stand in tiles where I had no vision. Whoa! Oh, Meridian, you died exactly perfectly. 69 damage with 69 HP. Right, this is actually a problem. I might not be able to do this mission. It was just an awful landing position. I have no cover besides this tiny wall. Which is not good cover, by the way, and I'm surrounded by good cover. Yeah, great eye on that alien, knowing exactly who to shoot. Sunk cost fallacy? I don't know. I haven't exactly been winning this. If I can kill this Roomba this turn, I have a chance. But that depends completely on whether or not I kill this Roomba. And it's looking like a no. Oh, never mind. Jake pulls through. Nitro does not have a smoke grenade. And Dead Meridian does not have a smoke grenade. I should have considered that. I don't have a smoke. If I had a smoke down right here, I'd be in a pretty good position. But as it stands, I think Woomer or somebody here is gonna die. And if I lose another soldier, I really don't think I can do this mission anymore. Standing waist deep in the dead? Yeah, why doesn't this provide me cover? If Voomer didn't panic, I had a fighting chance at this. JJ, you can pick up a smoke grenade, however, there are no smoke grenades to pick up. It's just barely not enough TUs. Yeah, I mean, I can do that for you, JJ. You, manned up the previous mission. Hey there, Fishy. Did you manage to beat the Outer Wilds DLC? Yeah, I just don't have the TUs to do this. Yeah, I'm 6 TUs off. Not yet. Well, I mean, I guess that's a good sign of the DLC being worth its money with the amount of content it has. Not that I even know anything about Outer Wilds. Alright, somebody's dying here. Oh, somebody's not dying? Now, why would that Andron not shoot again? Ooh. Why did the Andron walk forward? Andron's definitely somewhere here. I can't get a flare there without getting reaction fired though. Must have intimidated it. We'll put that on your obituary at least. Oh. Where the heck did that Andron go? There it is. Yeah, I'm not sure why I decided to, from here, walk through this wall, move up here instead of shooting me when it shot me the turn before just fine. Maybe I'll just reload. What's the moment I felt like save scumming the most? Maybe during Operation Endgame in my Insane Ballistics only run. There was a moment where I lost a soldier because I was not familiar with how the enemies in the High Praetor operated. Because in that campaign, I had killed all the seasons in the room before the High Praetor and then pulled back in order to clear out the power core rooms. And I didn't know that the aliens would have chased me all the way down the hallway, and I lost a soldier like that. And at that point, I had taken 0 casualties. So it would have been nice to maintain my deathless operation endgame. Well, other than that, I don't really feel the need to save scum. Because I typically don't have that many errors in one turn. Somebody does have a smoke, right? Of course, Proto does. Proto exists to throw grenades. Right, I can't really do anything about this Andron. Maybe I just throw another smoke and see where it repositions. Yes, Proto lives to nade. Okay, only problem, that Andron still has a lot of TUs left over to reaction fire me. Oh, oh, JJ, you are amazing. Okay, I killed 3 Androns, 2 Roombas. I did kill 3 Androns, right? 1 here, 1 here. One somewhere. Surely. There was one on my dropship. Yes, 1 there. Okay. So 3 Androns, 2 Roombas. It's still not looking good. Because Corvettes are really awful to breach. I need to make sure everybody has something resembling smoke grenades. I don't remember if Baron died with smoke grenades, but I'll go check his body at least. Although checking Baron's corpse might be a bit risky. But he did have 3 smoke grenades. This would be so much easier if it wasn't a night mission. And if I had the proper guns. Technically, you can have laser weaponry by the time your first Corvette rolls around. But of course, we don't play with such crutches. Actually, who has the most smoke grenades? Technically JJ. Technically Voomer, but I just moved Voomer. Pretty sure this building will be maybe not. If only there was a passive smoke generator. I did hear 2 civvies die at the start. One of them is right here. But if I find another dead civvy, I'll know that there was something around. Oh, this is a door. Oops. Okay, what? That confirms there's at least one Andron still kicking inside the ship, but kinda knew that already. Why are there so many buildings? Oh, is this the bugged out house where the wall doesn't render? No. I know, that's just the outside area. That's not good smoke. There's an Andron that just broke a wooden wall or fence. So I have a funny suspicion that there is an Andron somewhere here because now that I'm close enough, it aggroed onto me. To running away from JJ's intimidation. I can only hope. Okay, well, there's the dead second civvy, so yeah, there's definitely something down here. Although, I feel like this civvy died to a Roomba. I wasn't really paying attention, but I could have sworn civvy died when a Roomba was shooting. Ah, nice throw. Okay, yeah, this was the bugged out house where the wall doesn't render. There's a wall here. Can't cross it. Well, maybe not a wall, but there's something invisible here. Which means Jake's in quite an exposed position. I won't really need smokes for the breach, so maybe it'll be fine to just keep throwing them. That was not a good smoke. Oh. There were 3 dead civvies? Well, it goes to show how much I was paying attention. I heard a wooden wall break for sure, so there's definitely something outside the map, because there's nothing wooden in the UFO. And by something I mean an Andron. And I only heard that wood breaking as soon as I stepped here. So I'm still pretty sure there's an Andron inside this building or around it. They only broke through one wall, so maybe it was just a fence, but I just found all the fences. Not sure, but Jake shall find out for us. It doesn't seem to be in this house. If it was in here, all the doors would be broken. Well, there's the UFO. Maybe he's on an upper floor? I I really do need to clear out this entire building. Because I'm just asking to get shot in the back. There's one of them. Some would say I need to clear out the entire map. Yeah, that's not happening. It's a good idea though, so you don't get shot in the back, but I do not have the tools to do so. Okay, doesn't seem like there's anything on the second floor. Actually, before you pick up your gun, throw a flare first. Pick up a gun, hide inside. While I'm here, might as well reload everybody. Everybody who needs it. Okay, building secure. What am I blocked by? Maybe it's just too sharp a corner. Can't shoot around it. But I can shoot here. Why is this wall broken? I was hoping to set up here, but with this building right here, oh god, it's just all bad. Do we have the ammo for this? Yes. Everybody had 2 extra mags, or at least almost everybody did. So yeah, ammo won't be a problem for this mission at least. Once I get on to maybe landing ships, and further on, I will have to start bringing more magazines. But hopefully people will have better strength by then, so I can afford bringing more magazines. And since androns don't exactly heal, I am not required to have strict DPS checks. that went inside. I actually want that outside. Maybe I might be able to reaction fire stuff. One more turn? No, unfortunately, no. Do I even have an angle? No. Now does somebody have an angle? Technically. Well, unfortunately, JJ can't reaction fire that one. And there goes the flare. Dang it. Just barely can't reaction fire that. Yeah, it's not like I have anybody with good reflexes either. Okay, new plan, we shoot the door. Might as well take aimed shots for these. I am not in a hurry. Nice throw. Well, I saw that coming. Okay, JJ is the one with the vision there. Again, if I had, you know, anything but a rifle, I would not have to do this little pussyfooting around the door. There's at least two in the UFO for sure. Yeah, the dead people definitely have at least 2 magazines each, plus their rifles, but I'm not concerned about ammo. I'm concerned about my lack of DPS against androns. And since I can't suppress them, I can't just suppress and move up to get point blanks. Don't need ammo for intimidation. Well, as long as they don't know that I'm out of ammo. Yeah, melee does not exactly do much. I guess I can show it off right now. Lizard, you said you really wanted to leave this mortal coils.
Ouch!
Yeah. Not much, and it does do stun damage, surprisingly, but I am also unarmored. Uh-oh. Oh, well, Proto, there you go. You did not go down doing what you loved, though. But that was just really bad on me. I'm kind of playing really haphazardly with my soldiers because after you play an entire campaign with only privates, you stop caring about stats. It'd be nice to have good stats on your units, but I think there's something here. I'm getting blocked by something, and I'm pretty sure it's an andron, but why can I not see it? You know what, if these are blocking you, just shoot. Ugh. Might as well just take aimed shots as well. So here's something frustrating. This little thingy right here is blocking my shots into here, but I can't aim at it because then it gets blocked by this corner. Yes, this Corvettes are, in my opinion, Probably the worst UFO to breach. Both the variants. However, this variant is just god-awful. Even worse than the cruiser, which is that large half-moon UFO that has a door here, and door here, which creates a very nice kill zone for the aliens. But yeah, with a Corvette, this is your staging area. And you're just surrounded on all sides. Basically like a mini cruiser. Although normally if these doors were here, you can set up in this room somewhat safely. But with the doors gone, that's obviously not happening. I need to figure out... Okay, there is terrain here, I believe. Yes. Oh, JJ Nitro, you're sticking your leg in again. It's okay, everybody will be right behind you. Luckily, if there's enemies tucked in this corner or this corner, they don't really try to engage you in this room. Same for the aliens, any aliens back here. But of course that does mean... Well, I'm sorry JJ, but when you signed up, this is what you signed up for. Oh. Never mind about that, don't engage you, but... JJ's got the moves! Dodged that shot, didn't even get suppressed. Oh, oops, that was blocked. That is still blocked, holy smokes. Alright, Lizard, give us a placebo smoke. Here's what I'm gonna do. Well, step 1 is not get shot. Step 2, destroy these things set up on the side of these doors and try to get vision of what's up here. But then, these doors being gone, if there's an Andron here, they might be tempted to just pop on over and shoot me. Boomer has been carrying this campaign pretty hard. Rolled is really high stats, so. Uh, what kind of limp-wristed throw was that? Please throw it at the door. Oh, okay. Something about the game is bugging out here. It looks like I can throw here, but the game says no. So I'm pretty sure every smoke I throw from here will always land right here. We're just gonna have to get stuck in there. Uh-oh. Oh man, I'm getting so freaking lucky with these andrones that can't aim for crap. There's still at least one more. It's probably hanging out back here. Yes, JJ, you are just that freaking good apparently. That intimidation factor is too strong. Does that mean he's in this corner? That means Jake should not be there. Voomer should not be here. Or am I just jumping at shadows? And the UFO is clear. There's just... The UFO is clear. Okay, so I just missed something out there. But, okay, I'm done. Despite the horrible start, I pulled through. I say I pulled through, but let's not make any excuses. We all... Baron lived again! But yes, as I was saying, we all know who pulled this mission through, and that is JJ Nitro. Yeah, I missed... It was probably that Andron who broke that wooden wall out there earlier. But, there goes Tycho, there goes Meridian, there goes Proto. 3 people who are on their first lives too. Only Voomer is from the original team that's still on their first life. Proto wishes to nade again, and you shall. Okay, well, at least I don't have to do a Corvette again. But yes, Alenium explosives. That is very important. And then directional thrusters will give me the next dropship. Meridian wishes to rise up once more. Spelled that wrong. Maybe it's time to get more soldiers. Uh, let's see. All of these laser weapons that just keep tempting me, but no. And this is the reason why I say no explosives, because your grenades, your rockets, your C4, well, eventually C4, automatically upgrade once you research the next tier of explosives. And, well, if these automatically upgrade, it means you basically just use the best grenades you can get your hands on. Which really ruins the ballistics only feel. Which is why I don't allow myself explosives. Oh god, Rusty, you are so unbelievably weak. Soy maxing. Right, that's good. That's good. Okay, so that we're just in the waiting phase now. Alright, I freaking built a lab here, but I don't even have scientists for it. Oh, that's so expensive. Are these scientists worth a single foxtrot? So the thing about Corvettes is... Corvettes can spawn terror missions. And base assaults. I don't remember if they can do base building. No, landing ships is when they can start building bases. If I get a terror mission and it's Androns, I basically cannot do that mission. Rifles just do not have the damage output necessary. If it's Seasons, I have a fighting chance. Civilians plus Reapers, Well, the thing about... I do get the full map vision for after 20 turns. The problem is surviving 20 turns. The Charlie is probably the worst cover possible in this game. It's just way too open. So for example, if you stand somebody here, you can get shot diagonally from aliens over here, and yeah, somebody here, you can get shot from here. So it's actually a lot worse than it looks. And obviously the ramp is just completely exposed. One Roomba shoots inside of here, everybody's suppressed. And yes, in terror missions there will be grenades. So no, on a terror mission, and this is your dropship, first thing you have to do, immediately get off the dropship. You need to push out into whatever cover you can find. Because on terror missions, the aliens are a lot more aggressive, so anything near your dropship immediately starts rushing you. Meaning you need very good damage output per turn to keep clearing aliens that show up. Because once those aliens start stacking, you're just dead. You are just dead. And with my track record, I have basically always had a terror mission on a once Corvettes start showing up. Because this is your radar coverage. You just can't see anything. There's so many... Look at all these cities outside of radar coverage. Especially down here. Was I supposed to hire more scientists? I believe so. You know what? A condor can take out a scout now. Okay, good. When I was doing that campaign with permadeath on all aircraft, I basically could not press the auto-resolve button. So I had to do every single freaking mission manually. Yeah, because apparently that happened. This is why you just can't press that stupid button. You win, yes, but at what cost? Luckily, I don't have permadeath, so this Foxtrot will magically repair itself. Japanese gasoline. And on vanilla, your aircraft do repair at a pretty fast rate, unlike X Division, where if you lose an aircraft, that aircraft is basically out of commission for the next UFO wave. I really should be doing all these missions in order to train my soldiers, especially all these privates that I suddenly have to use now. But it's just so annoying to do these missions. Right, I should be building more Foxtrots when I have money. Right, yeah, see, that auto-resolve screwed me. I can't kill this Corvette. And there it goes. I believe I'll need alien electronics as well, so get started on that. How's these Foxtrots? Basically almost ready. Although I guess in that case, I'll send you over. I think I'll take this scout mission and probably call the stream there, though. If I can even Take it. Maybe I'll save this. Okay, that's not happening. Okay, that's not happening either. Alright, I'll take this mission then. And then call the stream there. Do I really though? Maybe I just hold out until a strike dropship. So I can bring 2 more meat shields. Yeah, you know what? I'll just wait for strike dropship. Ah, there it is. Freaking auto resolve. You just can't press the dang button ever. Right, yeah, I did need alien electronics. And maybe honestly even alien fabrication. Alright, I'm gonna get my funding here. Well, might as well start building a Foxtrot then. Okay, radars. Central America will get a radar. Couple more hangars. And then the rest into more Foxtrots. Only need 3 alenium torpedoes, so I only shoot 3. And then redirect these Foxtrots. Do I really have to? Nah. Actually, just return to base. Refuel just a little bit and then go back out. Unfortunately, yeah, the air game, dealing with the air game is just pretty dang tedious. Oh, this is a bomber. How much fuel do you have? Enough. See, this is the annoying part. A bomber spawns way out here where you have no chance of seeing it with the radar. And just keeps spamming events. Yeah, those dang penguins. Are there even penguins up here? I would, I would not know. Make me more. At this point, I want at least 4 Foxtrots every base. And I will most likely decommission my Condors at the end of the month. Because funnily enough, the next upgrade to the alien interceptors are actually so hilariously bad that you can basically kill them with anything with 0 effort. So you do not need Condors at all. Yeah, I did need alien alloy fabrication then for my Shrike dropship. Yes. This is quite possibly the most... Okay, well, not the most important research is getting Foxtrot. But this is one of the researchers you should definitely prioritize. Because getting 2 extra men on ground missions is a 25% increase in your in the amount of soldiers you can field per ground battle, which is quite massive. Yes, please give me that on the double. I will make it on the double. Maybe not make another Foxtrot so I have money for it. And I'm probably gonna get a terror mission this wave. Oh, come on, it's right there! Oh, this is either a base assault or a terror mission because it's escorted. Which means I avoided my first terror mission. But this one, yeah, gotta kill that. So I can't... I don't know why the auto-resolve said I had 1% chance to win. Even though manually, can't do it. But I'll dump my torpedoes, check how much damage, and then probably send my Condor at it. But before that, just keep tailing that UFO, just in case. Does that look like it's going from Manila to you? I can't risk it. Cannot risk it. Gotta shoot it down now. Actually, Just a little bit of micro. I over microed this, but I didn't want to mess it up. Do I care about this? Yes. So the funny thing about having no fuel is that the game will tell you, hey, you need to turn back now or your airship will crash. But you can't technically keep fighting with no fuel. You will lose the aircraft after the battle, but you can't just keep fighting. Oh! Oops. Angled too hard. Oh well. That's what I get for not being... for being too rusty with my air game. I would have liked to show off the air game in X Division. However, trying to have both versions, X Division and Community Edition, it's kind of annoying. Because some things kind of spaz out. I got my Shrike dropship. Wolf battle armor. Is this worth it? Not sure. Maybe I just go for stun grenades. Yeah, stun grenades are better. For now. Or I could just research both. So this actually I can do with just a condor and a foxtrot. This is gonna require some micro though. I could have done that a lot better, basically with no damage, but good enough. God, they just keep spawning where I can't get them. Of course, my poor radar coverage doesn't help, but it's just frustrating. Right, should have my Shrike dropship, and then I'll head on to another scout mission and call the stream there. Oh, wow. That's still taking 4 days? 5 days? So I have gotten lucky. I've definitely dodged at least 2 terror mission attempts. I say dodged, but of course I am shooting them down. Alright, now I'll have my Shrike dropship and then I'll do a ground mission. There we go. I can decommission this, thank you. Then I can bring 2 more people. Alright, unfortunately, Dicey, you are being left behind in the base. But you will have your turn once one of these losers kick the bucket. I mean, some people have survived with worse. Surprisingly. Okay, I do have stun grenades though, so I will need some. Okay, good enough. Ooh, hello. So if you ever see a UFO that's escorted show up on your radar when it spawns, that's a very good sign because it means you dodged a bullet. Uh-oh. Oh well. I just didn't really want to waste time on that one. Am I even gonna get a scout mission here? Yeah, it's up here. Right, electroshock grenades are really freaking good. Let's swap flashbangs for electroshock grenades. Flashbangs do have better suppression damage, but electroshock grenades are just so freaking good. Honestly, probably don't even need this many stun grenades. Why am I not making more foxtrots? I will be using armor, but I don't really put much value on armor. At least until you get like Sentinel or Predator. That's what I mean, JG. Your lies have no value to me. If you die, I just throw another soldier at the problem. There's an enemy interceptor up there, which is a small problem. Yes, despite everything you've done so far, JJ, unfortunately your life still has Basically no value to me. Can I please get a freaking scout mission that doesn't spawn on the freaking edge of the map? Oh god, Russia does not like me. Oh god, this... Okay, never mind, you need to come back. Screw it, just... Where are these scout missions? There's supposed to be one scout mission that spawns with every wave. I'm just not getting it. Here we go. Freaking auto resolve. Yes, okay. Last mission and then we go. And then I end the stream. Oh, here's a landing ship. Dang, we're already at that phase, huh? Yes, never auto resolve. Alright, every base has 4 foxtrots. Yep. I'll delete the condors pretty soon. plenty of privates here, but that's okay. Because the aliens no longer outnumber us. It is a fair fight. Freaking industrial maps though. Wait a minute. Doesn't this map feel a little familiar? Especially this wall right here. I seem to recall a certain someone immediately getting one shot on turn 1 on this map. And if you don't remember, during Jake's and Baron's co-op Insane Ballistics only run, Baron was on this exact map, moved Jake right here, was facing this way, and got shot in the back by an alien somewhere on the second floor in this building. And Baron still has a clip on his channel if you want to go check it out though. It is absolutely hilarious. Just watching Jake immediately die. But we shall endeavor to keep Jake alive this time. We shall put Baron exactly where Jake died, and hope the same fate does not befall him. Seasons, okay, that's easy. Smoke does work. Maybe I just ignore this side. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Still, oh, hello. Something's in this room. I don't like it. The one time I need a flashbang. Okay, nothing in that corner. Okay, whatever was in here ran out this way, because it didn't come to me. Alright, Decoy, you are going to live up to your name. Where did that thing go? The AI, as far as I'm aware, never closed doors. So with an open door here and all these closed doors, you can only assume that something ran out here, went this way, because it didn't come towards me. Oh. Lived up to your name, Decoy. Yeah, I saw that coming. But yeah, this is just why I absolutely hate industrial maps. Way too many corners. Freaking lizard. Uh, Freaking such a large map. Hello. Where's your gun, lizard? There it is. Okay. Excellent shooting. Excellent throwing. Ugh. Really wanted that civvy, but better than me then, at least. But yes, okay, you need to die. Gonna take that shot just so Baron levels up accuracy for once. That was also for accuracy training. So is that. We're just gonna clear this building. UFO is probably right here. A bit unfortunate because the entrance will be down here, which does not leave a lot of room for breaching it. And there it is. Oh. There is a civvy there, so... What? Okay, I understand Proto panicking there because he got unnerved, but why did Resty panic? Okay, well, I think for next stream, I'm just gonna focus on the landing ship and the cruiser. I'm not gonna bother doing any training missions because this is dragging on. And at the end of the day, I don't really need amazing soldiers. If I do end up doing training missions, I might just do that off stream. Where did Jake throw that flare? Give me a flare resty. You dropped it at your freaking feet. God, freaking. Alright, Proto, would you like to throw a stun grenade in there? Maybe drop your gun for this. I'm throwing a stun grenade through the door to ensure that none of the aliens inside get any funny feelings and try to shoot me outside. Alright, Lizard, you're opening up that door. Unless Baron wants to. Baron wants to. Baron wants to die again. That's unfortunate. That's even more unfortunate. Yeah, poor Baron, he's died so many times this campaign. But he's gotten back up twice so far. I don't think Baron's coming back from that one though. One of them came outside. Excellent shooting, Lizard. I think there is like a 1 or 2% chance Baron gets back up, but he may have cheated death a few too many times. Oh yeah, Fish Lips, you just noticed? My wonderful voice mod. See, this situation right here, where I know there's an alien right here, would be so easy with a shotgun, because I can easily run a shotgunner into one of these corners and blast that poor non-combatant to death. But rifles take a lot of DUs to burst. I don't know if that's better or worse for me. Oh, hello. Yeah, poor Baron. And Decoy lived up to his name. But you know, Baron might not be here, but he is unfortunately will always be non-consensually conscripted. Yes, okay, that was a long stream of about nothing. Yeah, next stream I'm definitely just gonna skip the training missions. It's just gonna be the landing ship and then the cruiser with my garbage rifles and maybe wolf armor. We'll see about wolf armor. That's 400k. Or in other words, that's 2 foxtrots. Okay, we are not going to have wolf armor. But yes, okay. That will be all for this campaign for today. Tomorrow, not sure what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Maybe Nancy Drew? Maybe more Xenonauts. Maybe I'll flip a coin. I'd ask chat what they want to see, but I'm pretty sure everybody would say Nancy Drew, so. Yeah, that will be all from me for today. Thank you everybody for joining in the stream. And I shall go look for somebody to raid. Oh, would you look at that? Baron streaming. Oh! Alright, well, we get to go watch Baron play some Caesar 3. No, Laysara.
Follow your dream.